So you want to bag yourself that dream architecture job. Stay tuned to this video to discover exclusive industry secrets to help elevate you above other candidates. This video is the first in a 3-part series designed as a thorough guide covering finding a job, preparing an application, and nailing that all-important interview to help land you that dream architectural role. This series is packed full of information and useful tips which I wish I knew when I was starting out, so please feel free to save this video and any of the others from the series and revisit as often as you need. All that I ask in return, if you get any value whatsoever from this video, please like and subscribe down below. Your support means that I can continue making videos on architecture and the architectural profession. There are many different places to search for jobs, each with their own individual merits. To give you the best chance of finding the best role for you, I would thoroughly recommend trying and combining several of these different approaches. The first place to begin your job search is dedicated design websites. Most architectural companies will not advertise with your standard recruitment agencies like Reed, Indeed, or Hayes. Instead, they tend to utilize design-orientated platforms to advertise their roles to engage with a more targeted audience. However, that being said, I would still recommend registering with a recruitment agency anyway, as they can offer free advice on your application and do much of the legwork for you. Dezeen Jobs, the Architects Journal, RIBA Jobs are all good design-orientated platforms that I would recommend looking for jobs, and these will all be linked down below in the description. The good thing about these websites is they don't allow recruitment companies to post, so therefore you can clearly see which practices are hiring and the details of that specific job rather than hiding behind a generic recruitment company banner. Each advert contains a link to an application form. Simply fill out your details and upload your CV and portfolio and let them do the work for you. However, as a general word of caution, these websites tend to be very popular, so expect lots of competition. The next method of searching for jobs is to target companies directly via their website. You can start with practices you know or admire, or are simply just located near where you live. If you're less sure on specific practices to target, the RIBA list of chartered practices or the ARB list of registered architects can be a good place to start. Both of these websites have a distance radii, so simply pop in the postcode of where you live and see what practices are around you. If you want to work for a larger architectural company, then the AJ100 list of the 100 largest practices in the UK can also be a useful tool. If you're searching for a more prestigious architecture firm, then I would recommend looking at the RIBA and the AJ Awards list, which are published annually. All of the links to these websites will be listed down below in the description. Company websites tend to have a careers or a studio section where they list the contact details and a little bit about what it's like to work at that specific company. If the company is actively hiring, then this is where adverts will be listed. As a rule of thumb, you're more likely to be successful if a company is actively hiring. However, don't let this deter you if they aren't. Most companies tend to monitor their employment inboxes semi-regularly for speculative applications, and they also don't tend to update their websites very often at all. So they may in fact actually be hiring, and yet they haven't updated their website. So you could well be ahead of the trend. The popularity of social media has driven many companies to advertise on their profiles. With many architectural companies boasting large followings, it's now the quickest and most direct means of engaging with potential candidates. I would say Instagram and LinkedIn are the best social media platforms to search. On Instagram, you can choose to search or even follow specific companies. When hiring, these practices may choose to post adverts directly on their feed, which tend to be instantly noticeable. Bold graphical adverts which reflect the visual focus of the Instagram platform. You can also perform a more general search function with the hashtag architecture jobs, or if you want to go even further to narrow the search field, you can also add the location, i.e. hashtag architecture jobs London. LinkedIn has come along significantly in recent years and is undoubtedly the king of social media when it comes to job hunting. If you don't have an account already, I would strongly recommend making one. It's completely free of charge. Just remember, it's targeted to professionals and therefore is more formal than any other social media platforms you may already have. LinkedIn is very simple to use. Head over to the Jobs tab and in the search box, type the position you're looking for and press enter. You can then refine the details of this search through categories such as location, salary, and whether the role is remote or in person. If you then head over to the left-hand side of the page, you'll notice a toggle to switch on alerts. By turning this toggle to on, this will create a new automatic alert using your current search criteria. Essentially, you'll get notified when a job advert is posted on LinkedIn that meets your current search criteria. To manage how you're notified about job adverts, go to the jobs main page and click on the job alert subheading. You can then click on the little pencil icon to adjust the frequency and method of notification alert, i.e. via email or via the LinkedIn app. If you'd prefer to set up job alerts for a specific company, you can do so. Just search the company in the job search bar and set the notification alert in the same way. The bonus about LinkedIn is that recruiters can do much of the heavy lifting for you. By filling out your information, i.e. your education, your qualifications, your skills, you can help make your profile stand out. Friends of mine in the recruitment industry have confirmed that much of their process is derived around what's called a keyword search. And therefore, the more information you have on your LinkedIn profile, the higher the chance that you'll come up in a recruiter's search field. To make you even easier to find, utilize the Open To button located beneath your profile picture. Here, you can change the status to open to finding a new job, where again, you can select your specific role criteria. If you're worried about members of your current company or other connections to see that you're searching for another job, you can also select recruiters can see this status only. To illustrate just how powerful this method can be, I tried this on my own LinkedIn profile as a test, and I was inundated within just a few days with messages from recruiters hiring for even top AG 100 companies. The pro tip when it comes to searching for architectural jobs is to network. It will be no overestimate to say having a personal link or recommendation from someone can improve your chances of getting that dream architectural job several times over. Whilst there are absolutely no guarantees, at the very least, it gets your application in front of someone senior at the company quickly and directly. There can often be incentive for people at the companies who are recommending your application. For example, some companies offer a finder's fee where if the applicant passes their probation period, that person would then get a financial reward for getting that applicant into the company. So don't underestimate the lengths people may go to help your application succeed. For those of you at university or may have just graduated, why not use their extensive network? Speak to your head of year, course tutor, and visiting critics. They may be able to put you in touch with colleagues or former students. Some universities also have an alumni database, so you can use the included contact details to contact the alumni directly and inquire about potential jobs. For those of you already in industry, networking events can be a great way to make new connections. The Royal Institute of British Architects and the London Building Expo host many great events through the year, and links to both of these websites will be linked down below in the description. For those of you who are more introverted and may be nervous about going to a networking event for the first time, take a friend, take a colleague. I promise it will be worth your while. I would also recommend reaching out to former colleagues who may have moved on to new companies. Again, LinkedIn can be a great way to do this. And this segues into a very important point. Never, ever burn bridges when leaving a company, no matter how unhappy you are or how people may have treated you. Always try to leave on amicable terms. You never know who may have moved company and who may influence your hiring at another company in the future. For the next part in the series on how to get any job in architecture, why not check out how to get any application approved, link in the video down to the left.